Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC and welcome to the start of a new build. For this new build series, we are going to do a build of the Boom Racing BRX01 adjustable wheelbase chassis kit with the ZIL pickup hardbody. This is going to be another fantastic build of a fantastic kit from Boom Racing. The BRX01 and 02 series are fantastic, they're great quality, and the ZIL pickup body is really nice looking. So really excited to get working on this and really excited to start off this build series. In this part of the build series, we are going to start off with building the chassis, and for that you'll need these following parts. You'll need the front and rear part of the rails, you'll need the two shock towers, these two transmission mounts. This is the micro servo mount. These are spacers, or I'm not sure what these are. I think these are spacers or washers for the adjustable frame, and you'll need the hardware from bag A. Alright, for the first part of the chassis step, you'll need the following parts. You'll need the two front part of the frame rails, you'll need the two shock towers, the two transmission motor mounts, the micro servo mount, you'll need 6 M3 by 8 button head screws, and you'll need 4 M3 by 10 countersunk screws, and you'll also need the supplied thread lock. Now I'm using one from my BRX02. They did give me a new one in the kit, but since I still have a lot left over from my BRX02, I will be reusing. Alright, let's get started. Now, the parts will say left or right, so you'll know which one to use on the correct side. Now, since these parts are metal on metal, you want to make sure that you don't cross thread the screws. So make sure you make sure that the screw is correctly threaded in before completely threading the screw. Once again, with the motor mount, it'll say left or right, so make sure you put the correct piece on the correct side. Actually, I should probably call this a transmission mount, not motor mount, sorry. Yep. Alright, that completes the first part of the chassis build. Step 1. And this is what we have so far. Here's the right side. And here's the left side. For the rest of step 1 of the chassis build, you'll need the following parts. You'll need the two rear rail pieces, these washers or spacers for the adjustability, and these 4 M3x12 button head screws. Alright, let's start off with the passenger side, or the right side. And this should, let's see, this should be on the outside, I think. Yes. So the measurements should be on the outside. On the inside, you'll want to put this washer in first, then the locking washer, let's see here, on the screws, and they should be facing the inside because they catch against this washer. Stock setup is 2 millimeters shifted forward from this end here. Let's move this 1, 2, should be right about there. Just make sure you have the teeth of the washers in the correct orientation so that they grip each other. See right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's teeth. You want to make sure that those teeth are gripping each other so that the chassis rail doesn't slide. It helps it lock into place. Just make sure everything's properly seated before you fully tighten down. Alright. So you can see now I've moved it 2 millimeters extended, and that's what the stock setup should be. Alright, so here's one side done. Let's go ahead and move to the other side. Okay. Let's get this here first. One, two. Straighten these out a little bit there. All right, I think we're good. Right at 2. That completes the first step of the chassis rail. We'll move on to the second step. For step 2 of the chassis rail, you'll need the following parts. You'll need the center skid, these 4 cross members, these 2 plates right here, and the servo mount, and continue using the hardware from bag A. Alright, for step 2, you'll need the 4 cross members, the center skid, the servo mount, these 2 plates here. You'll need 6 M3x8 button head screws. You'll need 4 M3x10 button head screws. You'll need 2 M2.5x8 countersunk screws and 2 M3x8 countersunk screws. We'll start from the front mount to the back. This is the front. And we'll need the servo mount. Start off with the M2.5x8 countersunk screws. Here. For this piece right here, make sure you use the second hole on this left side and the second to last hole on the right in this middle portion right here. Or second slot, I should say. But this is what it should look like. And it goes into these two holes right here. The countersunk screws. Now skid goes to the two holes closest to the part where the chassis rail extends. Once again, I actually need a M3x8 countersunk screw there for the front and rear mounts. Alright, let's go ahead and attach the other side. Might have to remove that micro servo mount, it's kind of in the way. We'll see if I can slide it on somehow. Nope. I think it'll be easier to shift on this side first. But let's go ahead and move that micro servo mount and we'll put it back. Well, alright, so I ran into a snag. I suggest for this cross member right here that you add it to the passenger side first, or start with everything on the passenger side first because of this micro servo mount that gets in the way. So I am just going to do this. And I'm just gonna save you guys from running into the trouble with this issue because I've identified it already. But we are going to add this side first. There you go. Alright, so since we've added the side on the passenger side first, we can get around this micro servo mount that's already attached, and we can piece the chassis together. There you go. Now we can go ahead and attach this just to keep it in place. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the rear. I should have one more. I think I knocked it out somewhere. M3x8 countersunk screw. Alright, made a mistake earlier. I actually need 2 more M3x8 countersunk screws. I forgot to account for the other side. I just miscounted. So let's go ahead. There is the M3x8 for the rear. Alright, that completes step 2 partially. With these 2 plates, I don't know if this is optional or not, but if you're going to use these 2 plates right here, you'll also need to add 6 of these M2.5x6 button head screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go ahead and figure out what these are for. I'll just add them on right now and we'll see if they're needed later. So far it looks like some kind of brace, so you probably do need it to keep that adjustable wheelbase kind of locked. Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. So I'm going to say that it's required for now. Alright, and that completes part 1, the chassis of this Boom Racing BRX01 adjustable wheelbase kit build. So far looking good. Quality is fantastic, as you would expect from Boom Racing. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates on this Boom Racing BRX01 adjustable wheelbase kit build. Thanks for watching.